guys, Gypsy Wolf. Thank you so much for joining me. Before I start, check out my t-shirt. It's my night shirt, but it's the Muppets band. If you guys can put down below the name of that Muppets band, I'm gonna think you're 10 times even more awesome. So yeah, I'm just here in my pajamas and wanted to share a really fun video with you guys. I hope you enjoy it. And if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for joining. I teach all things witchcraft, oils, powders, incense, spells, you name it, all that good stuff. But I am also one of those witches that doesn't feel the need to put on my witchy clothes and do my witchy makeup and black nails and black lipstick and dark hair to be here with you. I just like to be me. So yeah, that's what you're gonna get. So if that interests you, if you just want to see what real witchcraft can look like when you're just being yourself, I encourage you to subscribe, hit the bell, that way you get notified every time I come out with new content. And if you're one of my amazing returning subscribers, thank you so much for joining me. Okay, so today's video, as it's stated in the title, I'm going to go over my collection of, and most are empty, Book of Shadows, and all about them and all that really fun stuff, and what you can do, what you can use for yours, okay? So let's just get into this. So I'm going to show you what I used last year and what I'm using this year. I do tend right now to make a new Book of Shadows every year, so I can look back and see why I have progressed. Now, quickly, I want to put it out there, something I really wish I had known as a newer witch, something that I wish someone had told me. You don't have to wait to use those really beautiful journals that you saved up for to write in them and to use them. I did. Like, I've been practicing about 22 years now, and I'm on my first pretty journal. And that's sad. You know, don't be afraid to write things down. Don't be afraid that what you're writing down isn't enough. Like, oh, well, I'm new at this, so what I'm writing down, it's not going to serve me in the future. Yes, it will, because you will see your progress, okay? All right, I'm going to shut up about that now. So let me show you what I used last year, just to show you. You know, like, I always have like loose pieces of paper in mine. I'm horrible. It's just this journal right here. I think I got this at Joanne Fabric. I don't know. And yeah, see, more loose pieces of paper. And it's just, you know, filled with spells, oils. I always wrote the date down, things like that. And then I would normally leave at least a page open for when I had completed that spell or oil and had used it, and I could kind of fill in how it worked for me, how the spell worked, how the oil worked, things like that. So it can be something as simplistic as this, okay? So that's one that I no longer write in, but I do go back to because I have a few recipes in here that I really, really like. So why not use them? And guys, the ones I'm showing now are not the granddaddies. Trust me, I've got some gorgeous stuff here. Okay, this is the one I'm using right now. This is real leather, and it's got this really pretty embroidery here. It is small, and it has this rope around it, which you can use as like a bookmark, which I like. And again, I'm not very artistic, so I am trying now to make my pages look prettier, but I just never bothered up until very recently. But it's just basically, you know, my pages of information. Sometimes I'll just write down my dreams. Another thing I'll do is I'll take pictures. As you can see here, I have it clipped in here, a paper clip, the candles burning down when I do a spell. I'll do normally, you know, the beginning, the middle, the end. And then I will clip it in here. So that way I can look back on it if I need to. Maybe I'll see something that I didn't see during the time. And I just think that that's really important. You know, write down moon phases, time if you can. Okay? So that's what I'm using now. Now these are the like little cheapy ones that I thought were really fun. Guys, you're gonna love this one. I got this on Amazon for under $10. I'm sure you know what AF means. It's got these little fingerprints you can't get off. But what I love about this one is it gives you, you know, you can circle the moon phase, you know, write down the date, the time, and all this other information. It really lays it out for you. So this is really good for a beginner witch. I can try and find a link for this on Amazon for you. I'll do my very best, but I bought it a while ago. But like it even tells you, you know, what ingredients and equipment you use, immediate feelings and effects, description, participants, deities invoked. Like that's what it asks you to write down if you so choose. And I just think that's great. And like I said, it was maybe $7. So this is a great place to start if you're a beginner witch. Okay, I'm talking a lot and these are falling over. Give me a second, because I have a huge pile, guys. I'm not kidding. I want to hear from you, because nobody ever answers my questions, I swear. I swear. What do you use for your books of shadows? Do you have more than one? Is there a reason you use a certain one and not another? I really want to know. Okay. So the next one that I got, aside from this cute little water bottle I just got too, this one was on clearance at Barnes & Noble, and it's pretty thick. Isn't that beautiful? I might send this one to a friend. I might. But, you know, regular lined paper, nothing super fancy or crazy, but I just thought this one might be good to write down information on the spells I do that pertain to moon magic and sun magic. Just a thought, you know? You can use so many different ones for so many different things, which I really like. Alright, let me put this one down as well, over here. Okay, now I'm going to go into, I know I'm moving around a lot, guys, I apologize. I just want to show you very quickly that you don't need a lot of money before I go into my expensive, beautiful collection. You don't need a lot of money to make a book of shadows. You can use something as simple as a little spiral binder like this one. I found this at the Dollar Tree, okay? Something like that, especially if you're in the witchy closet. If you have something like big and elaborate, it might just draw a bit too much attention. So you can use something as simple as this. Another one that's a great idea, this one I got at Staples, and I believe it's the Martha Stewart brand, which I love this stuff, I really do. But this is one of the clip open spiral notebooks, so that way you can move things as you see fit. So if you're just writing down all about herbal information and you want to keep it alphabetized, if you want to just keep all your protection spells in one spot, as opposed to, and you know, and then do all your like baneful spells in another section, you can. This I've used over the years. Again, see, lots of random stuff. I use this for, or did, a lot of my recipes on herbal skincare that I know how to make. Sorry, I'm doing a horrible job. I used to have the best handwriting. I don't know why it's so bad these days. I need to get back into trying to make it better again. But, you know, like eye creams, salves, poultices, you know, all kinds of things like that. So that's what I tend to use this one for. But it would also be great for a book of shadows, especially for a beginner or someone in a witchy closet. Alright, now let's get into the fun stuff. I can't wait to show you guys. Alright, so I have 4? Yeah, 4. Alright. First one I'm going to show you. This was the first one I got that I was afraid to write in, and I still have not. I found it at a little shop in a couple towns over. Pointed it out to my mother, and then I guess about a month later, she must have bought it and gifted it to me. This was years ago. But it's velvet. And look at that imagery. Is that not stunning? And it's got this pretty little snap button here. Okay. Now, the paper, it's nothing special. It's unlined, as you can see. But I was thinking I could use this one for my notes and recipes and spells for my sex and seduction magic when I want to compilate all of it into one notebook. Because of the imagery itself, it just makes me think of that. So this one's really pretty. So keep your eyes open at little shops. You never know. You never know. All right. Next, oh God, I love this one. The next three were actually gifts, but I asked for them specifically. I'm very, very open about what I want. But this is wood, hand stained, and it has a beautiful snake on there. I love snakes because they represent regeneration, renewal, all that. Some really pretty flowers in here and 2 crescent moons. And it has this really fun clip to open it up. And then on the inside, I don't know if you can see because of the lighting I have here, but this is actually very dark paper. It's very close to the shade of brown paper bag. It's not super thick, it's actually quite thin, but it does have that color to it. And this is a snap open binder. Now, I have to find the right color of paper if I want to keep the theme going, and cut it to the right size if I choose to add. But this would be good for writing down all of my shadow work notes because, like I said, snakes represent renewal, regeneration, things like that. But this I bought, ooh, I think I got this one off Etsy. I'll have to look. I'm going to look for all of the newer ones on Amazon and Etsy, and whatever I can find, I promise I will link down below at some point. But, you know, I can't always find it, unfortunately. You know, some I've had for a long time. The next one, which I'm sure I can find on Amazon, because that's where I got it. This is huge, and I love it. This is real leather. This was between $30 and $35. Real leather. And it opens up. And I love how thick. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Make sure you're able to see. It's parchment paper, and the pages are so thick, and it's just got this old world look to it that I am obsessed with. Now, the reason I wanted this one is I wanted a specific Book of Shadows just for my herbal information, because that's what I know the most about. That's what, I mean, I'm an herbal witch. I know it all. Well, I don't know it all, but I know a lot. And I have some really beautiful artistry that I wanted to be able to paste in. And also, I'm pressing some flowers and plants that I wanted to be able to, you know, paste into the pages. And then maybe write around, you know, all my extra information, things like that. And then that way also, when I turn the page, I can still write on the back of it. It's not leaking through. So as you can see, it's very thick. They did have smaller ones if you don't need one this large, but because of how much I do know about this stuff, about herbs, I needed the Big Daddy. Now, that was the Big Daddy. Let me show you the Queen Mother. This thing is just, oh. Hand carved, hand stained wood. Look how insanely detailed and gorgeous this is. So much love and detail went into this. I did get this off Etsy several years ago, and I just felt like I didn't have the right to write in it yet. But I will admit, I will be saving this for when I'm older and I want to write down all the things that meant the most to me. And this will be the book that I hand down to someone at some point. And it does have this binding on the side, so I could add pages, but I really wouldn't want to risk this great craftsmanship. So, but there are a lot of pages, and it's so tall. Let me see, guys. Let's see if I can show you. The paper is very similar to parchment. It's a bit lighter. You got all those pages there. And it's just, you know, the creator of these books, I am going to do my best to find the shop that made this and link it down below for you guys, because there are several. Hopefully he's still around. And it was actually more affordable than you would think. I think this is under 50 bucks, and like I said, hand carved and, you know, hand stained and all of that. I mean, I can only imagine how much work one person put into this. But yeah, this will be my crown and glory of spells when I feel it's time. But in the meantime, guys, don't feel that you have to limit yourself to, like, if you can afford all these gorgeous books, like, whenever you want, write in them all the time. I don't know, I felt a certain way, and I felt like I didn't have the right, and that's so bad. That's so negative. So you always have the right to write down your spells, write down your information, write down your dreams, write down anything you have learned on your path of life. It doesn't have to necessarily be witchy, because in some cases, it actually is. So that is my little video showing you all of my Book of Shadows. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want to know about which ones I use for what more than I explained, please let me know. And I hope you enjoyed that, and share with me your pictures if you can. I don't know if you can in the comments, but share with me, you know, how you feel about a Book of Shadows and which ones you have and what you use and when you started and, you know, things like that. So thank you so much for joining me. I tried to make this as quick as possible, and I hope you all have an amazing rest of your weekend. And as always, blessed be.